evening. Tells Incorporated have stunned shareholders through their Diamond Innovation strategy that has seen Delta Signal transform from a disjointed and unproductive organisation to an innovative corporation, successfully aligning their strategic goals to meet their objectives. Joining us is Finance Manager Teresa and Operation and Marketing Executives Eleanor and Shifa. Welcome.
Good evening, Laura.
Thanks for having us.
We're glad to be here.
So would you be able to tell us what was the central issue that Delta Signal was facing?
Thanks, Laura. Delta Signal has endured the negative outcomes of a disjointed and ineffective strategy map, which has seen us struggle to find clear direction. With 100 production lines and 2,000 distinct products, we were attempting to provide quality products to a highly diverse customer base and implementing an outside-in perspective, responding directly to our environment when creating our strategy. This approach was flawed as Delta Signal failed to produce leading products exclusive to the company. Delta Signal's performance was mediocre and desperately required a clear strategy map, with Tells Incorporated, a consulting firm, hired to implement a strategy to turn around sales and reduce overall costs.
And has there been any downfall while undertaking the new strategy?
Thanks, Laura. It certainly has been an exciting 4 years for Delta Signal Corporation under the management of Tells. Challenges have certainly arisen while transforming the strategic path of Delta Signals. However, with careful management and a core focus on Delta's balanced scorecard, the competitive position of Delta Signals has remained stable. The overarching strategy and a focus on the luxury segment has guided the choice of which initiatives to implement. However, deviations from the strategy map did occur where analysis of the balanced scorecard and other financial and non-financial data highlighted areas of the business that required attention. Taking corrective action based on data analysis was a core feature of the periodical decision-making process. The following highlights some of the challenges faced by Tells as it progressed in its task of transforming Delta Signals. Strategy. The development of an effective strategy map caused a headache for many in the management team. However, by period 6, we were increasing our competencies in using analysis and strategy maps to guide our product decision. Quality. Whilst it was a constant struggle to be recognised by customers as best in class in the area of quality, our strategic shift to an inside-out, company-level strategy has enabled us to focus on total quality management and other quality management control measures. Innovation. It was crucial that Delta invested in R&D efforts, and while significant spending was allocated in this area, it was difficult to gain a reputation as an innovative company. Into the future, we would hypothesize that this problem would be overcome by hiring and training talented employees, as well as continuing to fund R&D initiatives into the future. This will be discussed by Shifa later in the segment.
Right, and can you tell us about the key improvements you have made?
Thank you, Laura. Delta Signal has increased their balanced scorecard initiative significantly over the past 4 years. A financial indicator of the increase in our balanced scorecard initiative can be seen in our net income, which has increased to $22.8 million from the $9.8 million in the second half of 2012. This has ended on an average of 3.22% in comparison to the industry average of negative 3.26%. This increase in net income has therefore led to an increase of $1.31 to our earnings per share. This should therefore increase shareholder contentment. These financial increases could be contributed to customer satisfaction, which has increased significantly, as seen in this increase from 30% customer recommendations to the current 78% figure. R&D tools considered state-of-the-art has improved overall by 39% and has shown Delta's increased focus on quality management initiatives. The improvements in the area of net income, as well as in the areas of earnings per share, has contributed greatly to the growth within the stock market value. Delta has started the year at $40 per share, with an all-time low of $37.42. This occurred within the first 6 months. However, a greater focus on strategies saw share prices increase to $41.62. This had occurred in period 3. The share prices have then continued to increase steadily and grown until $73.11. This was an increase of $33.11 overall. and showed the great potential for growth and highlighted the continuous performance growth of Delta.
Talk about the future. What are your strategic recommendations for Delta Signal in the next 3 years?
I'm glad you asked that, Laura. We are very excited about the initiatives we implemented over the past 4 years. So the initiatives implemented to improve Delta Signal's strategy was by focusing on a luxury-based segment, which created a value proposition that was not initially evident. This strategy has been able to increase the share price value by 54.7%. However, competitive pressures and the inability to keep up with research and development advancements have reduced the effectiveness of the overall strategy. As the industry is competitively growing, Delta Signal will need to sustain their competitive advantage by continuously employing the inside-out perspective, as it has conveyed gradual yet significant positive changes to the overall strategy. A first issue derived from this strategy was the inability to keep up with the competitive pressures. Sustainability is dependent on how well competitive defendability is achieved. Since Delta Signal has established a value proposition of focusing on research and development and quality, Delta Signal can drive into the manufacturing market by initiating a partnership alliance. For example, with a major car company. This would allow Delta Signal to be an industry leader in manufacturing and supplying automotive electrical parts for luxury vehicles. This strategy would differentiate Delta Signal by creating a luxurious brand image within an established manufacturing industry. As 78% of customers would currently recommend the company, Delta Signal can capitalize on this within the next 3 years, without altering their value propositions. This would allow Delta Signal to increase their sales and revenue, which would allow Delta Signal to further invest in a broader market, once their reputation has been further strengthened, to be able to continuously sustain their competitive advantage, as this would make it difficult for competitors to contest at the level of Delta Signal. A second primary issue from this strategy was the inability to continually advance into research and development to be an innovative company. Environmental consonance is the ability to sustain competitive advantage by allowing Delta Signal to achieve a balance between its internal strengths and adapting to the ongoing changes of the industry. As outlined from the results spoken by Teresa, research and development is required as it increases trends of consumer demand. While Delta Signal focuses on this, the alignment between product ideas and product development has not been efficiently achieved due to the lack of innovation. In order for Delta Signal to follow these trends, the company could vertically integrate with education programs such as university training services to allow employees to strengthen their knowledge, which will reinforce the resource base and allow the company to have greater control of their operations by generating innovative ideas internally. Although this would come at a cost, vertically integrating with these services could be beneficial for the long term. Delta Signal will be able to sustain their competitive advantage through this recommendation, as this would allow the company to focus on constructing their core competencies through their intangible resources, that is, their employees. Therefore, it is recommended that Delta Signal should focus on the internal strengths of the company to build a sustainable competitive advantage for future strategic alignment.
So there we have it. In the face of competitive pressure and a problematic economy, TELS have improved the company's position by implementing various strategic initiatives through a carefully formulated strategy map. I'm Laura Shepherd, and good night.